Alright, so on number 2, it says determine the length of the hypotenuse of a right triangle that has leg A equals 50 and leg B equals the square root of 50. So which leg, just out of curiosity, which leg is going to be longer, A or B? A. Because the square root of 50 means what number times itself equals 50, so that's got to be lower. So I'm going to just put 50 square root of 50. So that way it looks a little bit drawn to scale. So we want to find the hypotenuse, so I'm going to put C. So we're going to do A squared plus B squared equals C squared. What is the value of A?
50.
50. What is the value of B?
The square root.
Square root of 50. And we don't know what the hypotenuse is, so I'm going to put C there. Once we find out what the value of A, B, and C are, then I'm going to draw a square on each side and find the areas. What is 50 squared? So what's 50 times 50?
25.
2,500. Yeah, you were getting there. Because she's like, 5 times 5 is 25, and then she was trying to figure out how many zeros she would have. So you would do 50 times 50, so 5 times 5 is 25, and then you would have 2 zeros, because each zero from each 50. Plus the square root of 50. So you can do this one of two ways. You can do the square root of 50 times the square root of 50. Put that in your calculator. Make sure you're closing your parentheses. So what is the square root of 50 times the square root of 50, everybody?
50.
50. Or you can say square root of 50, close your parenthesis, and then raise it to the second power. Put that in your calculator. And what is the square root of 50 squared equal? 50. So the square root of 50 squared is 50. Doesn't matter which way you put it in your calculator, you're going to get 50. Are you okay with this? And then we would do C squared, which is just going to be C squared. Am I going to add or subtract these areas? Are we finding a hypotenuse or a leg? Hypotenuse, so we're going to add or subtract. What's in between these two numbers? So you're going to add them. Is that the length of the hypotenuse or the area of the square drawn on the hypotenuse? Area, because doesn't this hypotenuse have an exponent of a 2?
Yep.
So this means it's an area. What do I do to the area of a square to find out how wide it is? Take the square root. So I'm going to take the square root, take the square root. Square root of C squared is going to be C. What is, so the hypotenuse is going to be exactly the square root of 2,550, which is about 50 something, 50.5.